Hello and welcome to another update video about Link. The overall situation on the Link chart is basically unchanged. We have made some progress, however, on the microwaves. When we look in the microstructure, because this is looking good at the moment. The market is respecting the microstructure I proposed yesterday, and overall Link has been really behaving really well and is cooperating well with the wave scenario we're dealing with, and it could be that we're now entering another opportunity phase. I will highlight why, and I will make you aware of the relevant micro support levels and microstructures as well before we do that, because we always get new viewers. Welcome everybody, new and legacy viewers. Welcome and thanks for your support. So we take a look at the 4-hour chart first. And this shows still this unfolding impulse to the upside from the June lows. Okay, so a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, a 4, and a 5. Someone asked yesterday why I'm now saying it's an impulse instead of what I said before, a diagonal pattern. Because I said many times before it's probably a diagonal. Well, I think a few comments about that quickly to answer that, because it might be interesting for others as well. So first of all, yes, it looks still a bit like a diagonal because the microstructures aren't clear. I think we can make the case that this initial move is actually a 3-wave corrective rally. The wave 3 also can easily be a WXY. But the main reason why I'm considering an impulse instead of a diagonal now is, first of all, I could count this as 5-wave moves, so that makes it a potential impulse. The wave 4 did not go down too deep for an impulse, and the wave 5 adheres better to a 5-wave pattern structure. And because of that, obviously there are no guarantees, but I'm rather leaning towards this is all an impulse. But I've been saying that for the last few weeks. That's why we talked about this structure as a 5-wave move in wave 5. Basically, the difference is, in a diagonal, the wave 5 is likely, typically in a leading diagonal, an ABC structure. In an impulse, it's a 5-wave move. From already when it started down here and we got that retracement, I highlighted to you, okay, it looks more as if a 5-wave move is unfolding here. So we're calling this an impulse. It doesn't make a difference though, okay? So it really only has very minimal practical implications. It doesn't, other than the micro count, which I've shown you anyway, it doesn't really have any, it doesn't change anything, okay? So they're both 5-wave structures, and just the subdivisions are a bit different, but because waves 1 and 3 are already done, it really just affects wave 5. And my target of 21 plus is my target regardless of whether it's an impulse or a diagonal. So I would always encourage you to only really focus on what matters for trading, for practice. Anything else is just an academic discussion, which, to be fair, doesn't really help traders. So we focus, and if the difference between impulse or diagonal in this wave 5 doesn't really matter, there's no need to really waste brain cells on that. But the idea is currently still that a wave 4 bottomed here on the 8th of January in my primary scenario. We had a wave 1 of 5 already completed as an ABC structure. Wave 2 to the downside completed on the 26th of January. Wave 3 probably completed here on Monday, and we could now be in this 4th wave, and then one more high would still be ideal. So the structure would look best with one more high in a wave 5 of 1, targeting $21 plus. That is no change to before. In fact, even the micro support area is the same, between $15.63 and $18.04. So this means traders can look for potential reactions in this area. There are 4 Fibonacci levels that you could observe: $18.04, $17.07. By the way, the first one already did lead to a reaction, but I mentioned to you that this is an ideal target for an A wave. So it touched it perfectly. So likelihood is that in this C wave now, we could get to that $17.07 level here. But either way, this is respecting currently the microstructure really well that I showed you yesterday. A wave down, possible B wave, and now ideally the C wave down. This is the micro count. These are very fragile. Things can really happen or change at an instant here. But for now, it looks a bit as if we get this healthy C wave. That would make sense, and it also would be healthy because a wave 4 often has the same length and duration as a wave 2. Okay, granted, maybe not on the smallest time frames, but I'd be happy if we get another C wave down, possibly here into this area around $17.07, and maybe even a little higher, because we can calculate the ideal target for a C wave, typically the 1-to-1 ratio, so $15.57 roughly, yeah, and $17.57 and $17.07, sort of an ideal target. But in the end, you know, the market, if needed, could use the entire box there. Could use the entire box because, as an example, this initial ABC might just be a larger A wave of an even larger wave 4, yeah? A, then a B, and a C, and the wave 4 will be down here. As long as it's holding the $15.62 level, one more high is the expectation. Okay, so at the moment it's cooperating really well with our assumptions and wave count. So no need to change anything. A break above $19.80, which is the Monday high, would likely stand us up to $21 next. And then we would just need to assess, okay, was this wave 4 or is this still an extension in the third wave? But overall, still bullish against $15.62. What would be the bearish alternative? Well, in an alternative wave count, I would assume, probably, it will depend a little bit on the structure, but I might assume that the wave 4 is still in the making, right? And that we just have a very complex WXY structure flat in which we just had an overshooting corrective wave. So, but that would be my alternative and really only become the primary consideration with a break below $15.62. That's my update about LINK. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.